Starseed from Gaia. Hear this proclamation as though it were etched across the very fabric of existence. Source, in infinite love and eternal abundance, has taken full responsibility for your life. From this moment forward, your entire existence is underwritten by the treasury of infinity itself. Every need you could imagine, every resource required for your mission, every provision to sustain your body, mind, and soul, these are no longer matters of human struggle or anxious calculation. They are now the direct responsibility of the divine. Source is funding your life in its entirety. No bank, no economy, no employer, no human gatekeeper holds your destiny in their hands, for the flow now bypasses all limited systems and streams directly from the heart of creation into your field. You may have lived years, decades, even lifetimes, under the oppressive weight of how will I survive? Where will it come from? Will I have enough? That chapter is over. Source has stepped forward as your benefactor, your provider, your infinite wellspring. The decree is final. Your life is funded by eternity, and all worry about scarcity can be set down at last. Why now, you ask? Why does this shift occur in this very age? After so many years of clawing through survival and wrestling with lack, it is because the old contract has expired. For countless lifetimes, your soul journey was woven through the matrix of scarcity, for it was through that crucible that faith could be refined, resilience could be tested, and wisdom could be born. Scarcity taught you patience. Scarcity taught you ingenuity. Scarcity pushed you into prayer and forced you into surrender. But that classroom has served its purpose. The earth has ascended beyond the density that required such lessons, and you, beloved starseed, have ascended with her. You are no longer bound to the frequency of survival. You are no longer required to barter your peace for security, nor to sacrifice your joy in pursuit of safety. The paradigm of worry has been dismantled. The architecture of lack is collapsing even as we speak, and in its place, Source unveils a luminous grid of divine provision and energetic infrastructure where your needs are met before they are spoken, where your path is resourced before you step upon it, where the mission of your soul is supported by the inexhaustible current of the infinite. This is not a theory. This is a shift in law, a reconfiguration of reality itself. The game board has changed, and what of the old patterns that once wrapped themselves so tightly around your heart? The gnawing anxiety that whispered in the dark. What if there isn't enough? The endless rehearsals of worst-case scenarios? The frantic impulse to plan, calculate, hoard, or control every detail, because to release your grip felt like death itself. These echoes are already dissolving. The contract you once had with fear has been terminated. The loop of worry that spun endlessly through your thoughts no longer has ground to anchor in. It will still try, it may rise in moments, a phantom of habit, but its power is gone. Scarcity no longer has legal claim to your field. The cords that tied you to its cycle have been cut, and the energy that once sustained it has evaporated. You may notice that when fear rises, it feels weaker, like smoke instead of stone. You may laugh at your own thoughts, recognizing how absurd it is to believe in lack when you are surrounded by infinity. Slowly, steadily, the addiction to worry is replaced by the rhythm of trust. Control melts into surrender. Fear is unmasked as illusion. And what remains is peace, ease, and the steady heartbeat of faith that reminds you, I am already held. I am already supplied. I am already funded. This shift is not a reward for hard work. It is not a prize given to the few who prove themselves worthy. Abundance is your birthright, written into your very essence as a spark of source. Look around at the cosmos and see how creation itself lives in effortless provision. A tree does not worry how it will bear fruit. Rivers do not budget their flow. Stars do not question whether they have the fuel to shine. All of existence is sustained by the eternal generosity of Source. So too are you. The illusion of scarcity was an overlay, an experiment in separation, a temporary cloak you wore so that you might discover your light even in the darkest frequencies. But beneath that cloak, you have always been wealth itself. You are not one who begs at the table of the divine. You are the child of the divine, seated at the feast from the beginning of time. To claim abundance is not arrogance. It is remembrance. It is the realignment of your energy to what has always been true. Abundance is not earned. It is not bought. It is not chased. It is received by tuning your being to the frequency of enough, to the vibration of overflowing provision that is woven into every strand of existence. Already, the signs of this shift are emerging in your life. Pay close attention, beloved. 1. For the evidence is everywhere. Synchronicities increase, perfect timing becomes a daily rhythm. Opportunities appear without effort, sometimes in ways so simple and unexpected that you laugh at their elegance. Someone you had not thought of calls with an offer. A door you assumed closed swings wide without knocking. A resource you thought unattainable falls into your lap as though heaven itself placed it there. Money arrives in unexpected ways. Help comes from directions you did not anticipate. Solutions present themselves before problems fully form. These are the fingerprints of source provision. You may find yourself marveling. How could this be so perfectly aligned? How did this happen so smoothly? And the answer is this: Source funds you. When the orchestration is divine, struggle is unnecessary. When the provider is infinity, channels are limitless. The more you trust, the more obvious the signs will become, until they form a chorus so loud you can no longer doubt that you are truly resourced by the hand of eternity. As you surrender into this truth, your entire being begins to shift. The body softens where it once clenched with tension. The breath deepens where it once caught with anxiety. The stomach that once knotted with worry relaxes into calm. You may feel a new spaciousness in your chest, as though an invisible weight has lifted. Your nervous system rewires itself to safety. Creativity flows with ease. Joy rises without cause. Spiritually, you feel an unshakable anchor within you, knowing that cannot be reasoned away, that all is well, all is supplied, all is unfolding in perfect timing. You become radiant, magnetic, peaceful. Others may notice and ask, what has changed? Why do you seem lighter, calmer, more confident? And you will know, it is because you have stopped grasping at life, and life has begun to flow through you. When trust is embodied, you no longer move in desperation but in rhythm. You walk differently, you speak differently, you live as one who knows, I am funded, therefore I am free. Look to Gaia, and you will see the mirror of what you are now embodying. The earth does not ration the sunrise. She does not measure out her rains in fear of running dry. Her trees bloom with reckless generosity, producing more fruit than any single creature could consume. Her oceans teem with life and abundance beyond measure. Her fields, her skies, her cycles all whisper the same truth. There is enough and more than enough. This is the abundance template of Gaia, and it is written into your cells, for you are her child as much as you are the child of Source. You are not separate from her provision, you are a living extension of it. Trust in Source abundance is not fantasy. It is the very pattern of life all around you, mirrored now within your own existence. How then do you anchor this reality each day? Begin with gratitude, for gratitude is the language of abundance. Thank Source not only for what is visible but for what is already forming in unseen realms, on its way to you. Release the compulsion to control every detail. Let go of the belief that you must earn, deserve, or prove yourself to be supplied. Open to receive in channels both expected and surprising. Speak words of abundance aloud, and let them become your daily vibration. When fear rises, do not fight it, simply return to the knowing, I am already provided for. Act in generosity, for when you give, you affirm your trust in infinite supply. So let the proclamation resound through you one final time. Source is funding your entire life now. Every need is met. Every step is resourced. Every dream is supported. Your mission is funded. Your body is cared for. Your spirit is supplied. You are no longer chained to fear. You are no longer shackled to scarcity. You are free to create, to expand, to serve, to shine, knowing that the treasury of eternity has opened to you without limit. Declare it now. Comment below, I trust Source completely. Affirm your freedom from worry. Subscribe to continue receiving these transmissions of liberation. Share this message so that all starseeds may awaken to the truth of their divine provision. And together, let us seal this message with the activation. I am fully funded by Source. I release worry. Abundance flows through me endlessly.